G'day and welcome to my garage.
Well, I got wrapped up in what I was doing and yeah, forgot to bring you along. But essentially I had a rod in here and I was using strip of paper to check the clearances until they touched, and then did the subtraction and addition and multiplication, whatever I needed to do. That kept confusing me, but I've already spotted the bottom one, I've spotted that one, and they're both the same at the present moment, and I have to go over 28.58. So we first go back to 0. We've gone past 0. $38, $29. Put a bit of tension on that. $58. And now we spot that one. And that looks pretty even also. Alright, I'll check those and then drill. I think I'll drill them 3mm first. You know, I was wondering whether my drilling on that 4-jaw chuck for the 3 mounting bolts, whether I'd get that right. I was still a bit dubious as to whether that was working, and it worked out fine. I've just checked it this morning. I haven't drilled it yet, but it looks like it's going to be in the right place. So I thought I'd just make sure that everything's fine on this end. You would assume everything's fine on this end. Gotta love the Chinese. They leave many opportunities for improvement. So we have too many holes in this thing. We've got a four bolt pattern and a 3 bolt pattern, and I keep losing which ones are which. Okay, 3 bolts. So this chuck, by the way, is mounted with a 6mm, 3 6mm studs. This is a 7mm drill. So they've allowed a bit for misalignment. I don't know for whose sake, their sake or my sake, but they've allowed a bit for misalignment. It's relying on the register and that backing plate on the what's it called, the 4-jaw chuck. It's got about 1.5 tooth hour clearance on the register, so it's a 4-jaw chuck. Whatever, if it's out a little bit, I can take it up anyhow. But yes, that's interesting. 7mm. So while I've got that drill in there, I thought that doesn't look square. I know this square is square. Now, yes, Peter, there is a bit of play in that, so we'll put it to the bottom and we'll line this up. Can you see that properly? Let's get a bit over here. Come on, line up. I don't know whether you can see that gap. That terrible gap in the back. So hang on, maybe the drill is bent. So we'll just turn it around a little bit. Turn it 180. Go off the other one there. No, I can near fit my finger through that. Oh, well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. But I'm telling you now, it's a good 3, maybe 4 millimeters. Let's go. Let's be generous and say I know it's more than 2 millimeters. That's not the and consistency is the key word here. Where are the 3? I keep forgetting. That one. That one. So, 1, 2. I've lost them again. That one, and that one. So they were consistently drilled at the wrong angle. Yes. Room for improvement. It's a good thing these lathes are cheap, but even so, cheap. Wow. Anyhow, stop whinging. As long as my 4-jaw chuck bolts on there, I'll be happy. I'm not going to drill these out straight. They'll end up being 8mm holes. I might as well just clamp it on with some machinist clamps. Alright, stop your whinging. I'll get stuck into it. I've drilled the bottom hole. I'm now coming up and go across. What have I got to go across? 28.58 to drill this hole 12mm deep. 28, 26, 27, put a little bit of break. Three, 28.4, 5.1, 5.2, 5.4, 5.6, 5.8. Lock the table in place, 28.58. That's correct. It looks pretty good. 12mm deep. There we have it, 3 holes, and we just got to tap them out M6. Well, I've borrowed the 3 studs out of the chuck. Let's see if it will fit. Beautiful fit. It's one way. Two. All 3 ways fit. Yeah. And you can see that it put a bit of light on the subject. Fits nicely. So the coordinate system that I used out of the Blackwoods book, the Black Book, I used their coordinate system to get these 3 positions, and it worked well. Very happy with that. Now I've got to make 3 studs. Catch you later. Put a bit of the slippery juice on.
Okay, 10 mil, so that's 20 cars.
About 10 and a half. Let's just clean that up. Oh, wrong way, sorry. Now I've got two ends threaded here. I have to cut that in the middle. I've done the first one. It's already in the back of the four-jaw chuck. You can start them here, but there's not much to hold on to, and there's only the thread that doesn't like it. I'll tell you that now. So you can start here, because they're only 28, 29 mil long. So I start here, then I go to the vise. But first I need to cut that in half. I'm going to make some 6mm washers for the bolts. Since I haven't got any, and since these are 7mm, can you see that? The mounting holes are 7mm. I noticed that the standard washers that came with the chuck and lathe, they're cupped because it's a 6mm bolt and a 7mm hole. So I'll make them a little bit thicker. I've got the room to do it. Let's go. There's one. Oh, there we go. And the hole's just, take the brake off. The hole is just deep enough. Alright. This is the last stud. Okay. That's ready to be mounted. Once I mount it, I'll just touch the face here to make sure that's right. I'll just clean this up a bit just to make it look pretty. Skim off the outside a little bit just to see if I can get rid of that low centre that's just there. It's going to be difficult because of this the carriage can't come too far. It's fairly large. I'll have a lot of tool stick out to reach back there, so I'll see how I go, even if I run the aluminium just to the hang on, I need to use the compound slide for this. Anyhow, I'll work that out. Alright, yes, so once that's mounted, these pads faced, bore this out to a corresponding tight fit of a, I have it here somewhere, that's about 22mm. I'll probably machine it down to about 21 and then make it a nice fit in here, because that has to align with the front plate with the back plate. Anyhow, I like that. Came up good. This one here, that's hole goes through the pad. So on Gingery's design, that's a inch and a half, inch and a quarter bolt. What have we got here? Well, that's 2 inches. That's 50 mil plus half an inch going in. So that's we're going to be about 3/8 going in, about 60 mil. I've got to order some 65 mil countersunk M8 bolts, and I have to order them because I can't get them at any local shop we have. Alright, leave that with me. This is the front plate of the 4 jaw chuck. I need to find the centre. So YouTube tells me there's a couple of different ways. YouTube tells me to draw a minimum of 2 lines, find the central position, and then project the line perpendicular off those 2 drawn lines, or more. So I've done 3. So I've got some arcs in here from those central positions. So the centre is going to be about here. So let's, this is one of my angle, what do they call these things? Precision angles. Well, personally I would go with these projected lines. It's about, one is there, the other one would be about a millimetre over. Now it doesn't have to be exactly spot on, because I need the centre first and then I'll just machine the outside to size, so it can be a little bit out, not too much I hope. That's in the wrong place. It fell over. The centre of this is not smooth. Well, I plotted out the centre as I showed you just now. Now I want to get the slot, and map out the slot. That's just so I know where are we? There. That's just so I know where it's going to be on the plate. And that reasoning is for the face plate. I need to hold this plate to the face plate to drill out the centre. Yes, to drill out the centre and to face this off. So 2 operations there. Let's drill the centre out and face this off. Possibly face the other side off. I don't know yet. I'll face that off. So this is the 2 slots. How did I find that? There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do this, but simply I already had the centre line. I've found a spot out here somewhere that I wanted to run a line. So once I had that, I could then, where are we? Take this point, create an arc, take the second, and same over here, create an arc, take a second point over there, create an arc, where the arcs intersect. That line is 90 degrees to that line. These positions here have to be in the same spot, obviously, so find that with a pair of calipers. Of course, I've already marked the centre spot. You locate that, and it gives you the same spot over there. Anyhow, like I said, there's plenty of videos about this. Some are very confusing. Some get into mathematical equations, and some are very simple like this. So, yeah, okay. So now I will be holding this with I could actually put 4 6mm bolts and spacers, because I need to drill through, so I don't want to drill into the faceplate. So I'll just mark a central spot, which is going to be about anywhere about there. Come out. Let's see. I think I may have thought about 50mm, so about there. Doesn't have to be exactly the same on all 4, but let's keep it concentric. And I will drill those 4 positions out to 6mm, maybe 7 to give me a little bit of wiggle room. I could go 8. Yeah, if I have to, I'll go 8, but I'll start with 7 so I can get some wiggle room and sort it out from there. These are 20mm slots, so I've got 8. Even if I go to 8mm, I've got plenty of meat left over. These holes will disappear when the slot is done on the milling machine. All right, that's it for now. As you might be able to tell, I'm working on the outer limits of this machine. I'll just give that stain that a little bit. I know I haven't got the right grind on that. I have to go and grind this stone better, this cutter better. Okay, I've reground that tool How is this looking, by the way? It's only got a little bit here. Alright, a little bit more. I'm boring this to take the locating pin that will align the front plate with the back plate. The locating pin is a bit of old rusty 20mm. It's actually 19.2, I think. No? Well, 19.1, 19.25. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but it only has to roughly locate. Well, no, it has to get it right actually. What are we at? 18.5, another half. Another half. Come up on it slow. There's a lot of stick out here. I have to watch out for these, but they don't hit the carriage, the compound slide. So, yep, just got to take it careful. That's it. That's a tight fit. That's what I'm after.